Hello friends, in today's video we are out thrifting in the rain. It's a perfect day to go thrifting actually, so let's get in there and go see what we can find. It's been too long since I visited City Thrift, and I say that because I really need to come here more often. It's such a nice break from the many Goodwill that are in my area, and it's always fun to check out and see who still has the truly thrifty prices out there. If you're new here, I've been on the hunt for some items for my spring wish list, things that I would like to thrift this spring. That way I can go ahead and decorate with them before it gets way too hot later this summer. Here is my list and what I'm looking for. I hope to find many of these through thrifting, but I think I mentioned this in my last video that I may start to check on Facebook Marketplace. It is somewhere I like to shop, and sometimes you can find really great deals out there. But in the meantime, we're out thrifting, especially on such a perfect day for thrifting, which rainy days are great for that. I love taking a second look at things that normally would be used inside, such as those wooden pieces there, and thinking about how we could incorporate them in the garden decorations. For typical garden decor, I am still looking for smaller pots, even though I did get some from Walmart to suit one of my most recent DIY garden decor pieces. I do have a couple of more projects that I think I could use some smaller pots for. And then on the opposite end of that, I may add to this list larger pots, but they have to be pretty large. And I'll explain that project at a later time. How wonderful is this? I honestly kind of wish I would have picked it up. I think while I was at the store, I'm pretty selective when I'm at the store. I will nix a lot of things immediately, which is pretty smart of me. There's a lot of space that I don't have and things that I don't need to be getting. But in hindsight, when I go back, especially through editing my footage, I'll say, maybe I should have gotten that. One of the wish list items is a large letter, and it's going to be the letter U or the word YOU. So if we can find a Y, O, or U. The more I think about that project, though, I'm wondering if maybe I should just change gears and look for another way to display what I plan on displaying. And I'm really not trying to keep a big secret. I just don't know if the idea is fully fleshed out yet anyway. I really liked these metal baskets, or I really didn't know what they were, and they had them attached, so I couldn't separate them and get a great look at them, but I just figured it's not really something that I was looking for that day, so I left it behind. Now this piece here, I really almost came home with. For $4.99, I just loved the details on this. I thought that would be a great way to display some planters or even cut out maybe some wooden pieces and prop other things on top. You'll have to let me know what you think of that piece. A couple of things that I was getting a closer look at were potential bird bath bases. So candlesticks, large candlesticks especially, are great for that DIY project. And of course, ceramic vases. I liked the looks of this one, but I couldn't find a price and it was very heavy, so I decided to leave it alone before I accidentally knocked it over and broke it. I'm always taking a look at the metal decorations, and these are going to be art pieces and it can be functional items like those shower caddies or things that maybe you would definitely not use outside. But one of these days, I am getting in that very messy greenhouse of ours and going to be organizing. So I just like to get a look at things that I may want to be thrifting for in the future. How fantastic is this wooden dice set? I didn't have anyone in mind for it, so I left it behind. But again, that's one of those things that I'm like, should I have gotten that? That could have been a great gift. Meandering over to the furniture section, I immediately see an interesting piece. And I can't take all the credit for this. David actually spotted it first and put it aside for me. But taking a closer look at it, I knew it was something special. So it was a high consideration. And with that, we put it into a shopping cart. Something that is on my list is a large metal art piece, and this fit the bill so well, except for that broken piece. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood to fix things. I don't know about you, but there are some times where I just don't want to. So that one I decided to leave behind. Although looking back again, I'm wondering if I should have just gone through the trouble of fixing it up. It's probably not even that big of trouble, but I guess I am pretty optimistic and I just think there's going to be something else out there for me that's even better. Tucked away behind all of the art, I found this interesting decorative piece. It was a harder plastic, but it said vintage Sirocco, I believe is what that said, wall plaque. And it was a much larger price. I think it had come from a yard sale or antique mall. I didn't end up seeing what City Thrift was charging for that, but I wasn't interested anyway. But I did think it was interesting that it was $85 somewhere else. Just when I thought I was at the end of our journey through the furniture section, tucked away in the tropical palm tree was the best object I had seen thus far. And with that, we are going to end this thrift trip on a high note and let's head back home so I can show you just how I intend to use this piece. It's a few days later and it's time to do a thrift haul. Our first item is this very cool metal piece. It looks to be some type of shelving system, but each of the shelves even has a little basket. So we could do so many things with this. And those swirly metal arms all turn inward or outward. So again, a very versatile piece that we just felt like had to come home with us. The shape of each of the baskets would be perfect for a block of suet. I'm also thinking this could potentially be another propagation station where I can keep some little cactus or succulents, or even just start some other seeds in smaller pots and then move them to a different place. Share what your thoughts are on this in the comments below. Lastly is the treasure of the trip, and that is this tall candle holder. And if you're wondering why this candle holder is so exciting, well, it's because it has replaced the need for a pedestal, which was on my spring wish list, and will now be the new base for the sundial. I love its ornate features and the color. I have just the spot in mind for this, so let's put our thrifted finds together and create a special moment for the sundial. Okay, I need to think about this now because I think I'm going to take some of these flagstones and continue the path with them back there, and then we'll either use something else or redo this. Eventually probably going to paint the bench, but for now I'm just going to scoot it over so we have some more space on that path. This is just getting pretty big, but it looks pretty, so we're going to leave it there. All right, we're going to give the sundial its own moment, and this spot is going to be that moment. So let's place our base, which now that I'm thinking about it, the oak leaf might be coming into that space a little too much. Okay, maybe not. Like right about here. See if you can see that. And as you can tell, it's a little bit off balance. So I'm gonna get some hooks that go into the ground to keep it stabilized. I think I'm gonna have to move the oak leaf again because we're trying to give the sundial its own moment. But as you can hear and see, there are little ones that run throughout the yard. So it needs to be out of the way and stabilized enough that it's gonna work out, but yet I still want it to have its moment. So I'm gonna be surrounding it with these pots. So that's what I'm figuring out right now. And I think I might have to turn the oak leaf around again. change of plans because the metal pot is pretty rusted and I'm just not liking the way it's looking. So I have some terracotta pots I may bring in as reinforcements and help this look prettier. I'm thinking about it, I might do a mixture of keep my rusted, hide it a little more with my other pots. It's just a fun game, especially when you have plenty of plants to work with and pots to work with. Here's a fun one from the romantic feeding station. I think we can incorporate maybe 2 more. It's the next day, and just as I suspected, a good night's sleep and a beautiful sunny morning were all I needed to wrap this project up. First things first, I'm switching out a plant that I had put into this pot yesterday, exchanging it with, I believe this is some salvia that's come back from last year. I just thought it would suit this area nicely once it does start to flower. Sleeping on my problem from the night before was able to give me some clarity on what I felt I needed for this spot. Number one, I needed to let go of the rusted metal pot. Sometimes I try a little too hard, I think, to keep things when you don't always need to keep everything. Just because you're a frugal person doesn't mean that you need to keep something, especially when it's broken and you have no intention of fixing it. So, by saying bye bye to that pot, it freed me up to realize that this space also didn't even need it. I was working with 5 pots. Now I'm working with 4. I like to decorate in odd numbers, and I was wondering why it was not looking right. And I really think that that was also a part of it. Now I have 4 pots and our stand. So that is the fifth element. And I just said fifth element, and that immediately made me think of the movie. Shout out to any other Fifth Element fans. I know my husband will be happy to hear that reference. Back to our decorating. Number 2, I realized I needed height. I needed height variation. So the oak leaf hydrangea is in that taller copper pot. And the other 2 pots, actually, the other 3 pots were all kind of sitting in the same height region. So by adding some more of our brick to this succulent here, I was able to give the height that I felt was needed. And how great is it that we've found a use for those random bricks and rocks that I've dug up from the yard. Lastly comes our focal point for the project, and that is, of course, the sundial getting attached to our new base. I've been hanging on to this sundial since last summer, and I am a fan of slow decorating, and this is why. Make your list and take your time. That way you can decorate your space with pieces that you truly love. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the hype button or the like button on your way out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.